Keep trekking. It's not just a channel, it's an adventure. Just a couple of Yorkshire lads from the God's own county who likes to get out into great outdoors. Trekking the paths and fells this ancient land has to offer us, from the beautiful trails of the Yorkshire Wolds Way to the great northern path of Adrian's Wall, to the great walks in Derbyshire of the Bonnie Prince Charlie Walk, to the Scottish Highlands of the Rob Roy Way and the great Pennine Way. So get your boots on and come with us. Let's go. By gum, it's a cold one today. Welcome to Cape Trekking, welcome back if there's been a four. Today we're just outside Penistone, a place called Castle Green. I have been here before, I did a trek going the other direction. We're starting here in a wee car park and we're going to head up towards Cubley and then work us way around, what is it, Hartshorn, something like that, Hartshorn, something like that, Hartshorn, and pop back round, through top side of Penistone, drop back down this road and back up. It's only a wee one today, 4.5, 4.9, something like that. So no backpack on again, as you can see. Hope my microphone's working because that's really doing me nothing. I'm going to head up this direction, up this road. It's called Long Lane. Just opposite bit of a little dam, reservoir, pond you can call it. It's only a wee one. I'll flip camera around and show it. It's only a wee one. So let's hope my microphone's working okay. Let's get on this cold day. Let's get trekking. Just want to give a little shout out to my youngest lad Kiefer, who turned 18 on the 25th, a couple of days ago of January. Hope you had a cracking night with your pals. Just to let you know I love you loads. I know I don't see it often, but I'll always be there for you if you need me, kiddo. Love you, son. That's New House Farm just here, but this is where we leave this this lane and we anchor left going up towards Cubley Hall, just over this wee stile and head up that direction. Right, I'm confused because that's called New House Farm. If I pan round, that's also called New House Farm. So we're just approaching Roydfield Farm, which we go through the farmyard and then head up past that building up towards Cubley Hall. Actually got that slightly wrong. I don't go through Royd Hill or Roydfield Farm. I don't go through their cab. I anchor right. It is your right, by the way. When I get to the farm I anchor right and I go across and then through some fields at the other side of Cubley Hall. Don't go through there, but the section I just walked up is part of the Penistone Boundary Walk. It's a 16-mile walk. I've done it a couple of times all around the outskirts of Penistone, It's a really cracking walk. If you've never done it, I suggest if you're around here and you want a nice walk for a morning, daytime, afternoon, whatever, 16 miles, so possibly all day. It's a cracking walk, it really is a cracking walk. It's worth doing. Let's crack on with this trail. So we just got into Cubley. It's a suburb of Penistone. I think a lot of these places are bought now, but it just looks like a typical council estate with typical council housing. Nothing wrong with that, not wrong with that at all. But it just looks that way if you have a look. So we're just heading up. Not sure what this lane's called. I'll find out in a minute. Now I think we're cutting off the houses back into moors. Well, moors, back into fields. That wind does take your breath away a wee bit though. Yeah, so the road I've just walked up is Hackington Avenue. And now we're going to go on to Littleton Crescent with a Y. Lyttleton. Right, it's not a bad way yesterday, this, to be honest, I suppose. I've been on worse. I'm only winding them up. There's nothing wrong with this area. Not that I know of. I'm not one to bitch people's areas. People live where they live. So just leaving Cubley estate behind, and then up a field towards John Royd Lane, and then heading that sort of direction towards windmills, but not as far as those. I don't know if you can see them in the distance. You could tell I've not been out for a wee while. Get my sea legs back. This year hopefully I'm going to get out more, and once the weather picks up, do some proper distance trails and pick where I'm going to go. Don't know if I'll be doing any overnighters, but certainly going to pick my mileage up and go on some further away, further afield treks for 2024. I'm actually warmed up. That wind seems to have died down and it's warmed up a wee bit. That could be me. Come through that stile there across them fields from Cubley. This is John Royd Lane, which I'll be travelling on for about half a mile in that direction, which will bring me to Brook Halls Lane. If you want to carry on with the Penistone Boundary Walk, you carry up there. That's called Doubting Lane, and you follow those signs there. But I'm not going that way today. Maybe do a video on that shortly when the weather picks up, but I'm continuing on here for about half a mile. There's always a bench when you don't want one. Typical. Just approaching the junction to Brookhalls Lane from John Royd, and that's Westfield House Farm up there on the distance. When we get to the end of here, we'll be going left for about 200 yards. I'm not being funny, right? But can anybody tell me the purpose of that gate there? No, I can't either. So, I'm going to turn right here onto Cross Lane, which will go across Quakers Hill, which is a road, and continue on Cross Lane before we take another right. So just go this bit of Cross Lane. This is called Quakers Hill, this road, and this is aptly called Cross Lane, as you can imagine. Going dizzy now. But we're continuing across here, and then I'll be cutting down towards Syke Lane, which is round about where that farm is at the bottom, and then cut across back down towards the bottom side of Cubley, more or less into Penistone. But I'm not going into Penistone today, it's Sen. But I shall be going near the top bottom side of Cubley, like boundary for Penistone if you like. It's warmed up quite a bit, to be honest. That wind's gone, so I think we're in about 10 degrees at the moment, which is quite nice for January. Beautiful view though. You see Emily Moor mast there somewhere in the distance over at Huddersfield Way, but it's beautiful, really is. I should be cutting across. It's a public footpath coming up down into the bottom. See you in a minute. I can't believe I managed to get my plane and my sheep into my video in January. Oh, I'm happy, man. Sad, I know. I do like these quirky things though. I like that word quirk, quirky. It's a strange wee thing. But yeah, just seen a wee sign back there. It says Penistone Pottery Trail. I might have to look that up, you know. It might be a nice wee trail to do. Don't know how far, it didn't say how far it was, but might be worth a look. I'm going to leave this bit here. I'm going to go across down this track, you can see it middle of mud, and then up that banking side at far end. But if I zoom in, there you'll see a little railway bridge somewhere there. On the top of that, that's the Transpennine Trail. I ain't going on that today. Just runs outside them houses across there, but I'm not going as far as that. I'm cutting off now here. Yeah, the railway bridge is there. That's the TPT, but I'm going to cut off before I get to it. Everything seems to lead me to TPT. So across the field and up that other side, back into Penistone. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this might lead me to near Penistone Showground, but I could be a bit further up. In fact, I think I will be further up than that, to be honest. But yeah, if I continued on that TPT, let's have a look. There where that bridge is, it runs across top of that bank side. If I continued on there, that would actually take me into Penistone and past the Penistone Showground itself. But I'm not going that far today. Up that bank in there. Nice. At least they're not that deep. Few stepping stones, and then I run up that banking. I'm not sure if I'm heading towards them houses or where them people are in distance. Let's get across this first. This, believe it or not, has got a name. If you continue down there, past that tree, and follow it down, that takes you on to TPT where them trees are, that banking. But this is Rud Bloom Lane. Now, I'm presuming, if I zoom in, that there between that gate, that's actually Rud Bloom Lane itself, and this is just a continuation of it to take you down onto TPT. That's where I'm heading through there, past them houses, and that'll take me back into top side of Penistone, bottom side of Cubley. Just following this path now, and it'll bring me out at the St Andrew's Church, I believe. I'm just passing at the other side of this fence is the Penistone St John aided primary school. Obviously I weren't going to film that, we being a school and that, but I'm coming up now in the distance. That's something else I'm not going to mention. I'm not going to mention that place for obvious reasons, but them that live around these parts will know what that is. But I'll be coming out onto that in a minute, and then follow the road on to St Andrew's Church. So we're coming out onto one of the main roads that runs straight through Penistone. That way it takes me back to Stocksbridge. This is called the Green, this road. The St John's Church, the St Andrew's Church is just in the distance there on that corner. I'm going across there onto Ward Street and follow it down. Now I've got to the bottom of Ward Street. This is called Green Road, which you follow this on for a wee while, and then I turn up towards Castle Green, more or less where I started. But this is all called the Green, this area, I believe. To continue on this road, this will take me to Hawkspring and then eventually into Sheffield. But yeah, this is called Green Road. So I followed Green Road for about 200 yards and I come to a public footpath, which I shall be taking to my right, which will end me up to Castle Green. Now I haven't got a clue if there ever was a castle here or not, but it's strange that it's called Castle Green, to be fair. Anybody knows any information, please drop us a comment in the comments below and let me know. Be much appreciated. Hey up, beastie. Hello. Castle Green Farm I've just come through. Just stopped and talked at farmers for 2 minutes. Just sorting some out in one at Barnes. But anybody want any firewood? Plenty there. Not far off back. This has been sludgiest it's been in the entire trip. So I'm glad I brought some more trainers to change into. Well, take my boots off to put my trainers on. Oh man. Gotta negotiate that. I think I might go round. Might be wise. Gotta love farms. Part and parcel what you get when you're trekking, I'm afraid. It's right. Like I say, it's not been a bad trail. It's been an easy, simple one, to be honest. It's been not major. But yeah, it's not been too bad. I've got to try and get across to that gate now. Where is it? There. Negotiate this lot somehow. I'll catch you back when I get to the other side. One thing I do hate, they've blocked it off, they've padlocked it. Good job I can just fit through that gap there. Farmers, gotta love them. Right, find out which direction I'm going. That way. Oh, that way. So as I come through that gate, I turned left. This is called Callis Lane, which will bring me back to more or less where I started at Castle Hill Dam, or Castle Dam or something. But this brings me back onto Long Lane. So if there were a castle round here, I wonder where it would have been. Unless it was some sort of manor house, you know, like the one at Bolster Stone. Oh, I've got some of them. Aye. Be interesting to know if they actually were a castle round here, or was it just a fortified house maybe. Let me know in comments, please. Callis House, Callis Gate, St Stephen or Shepherd's Castle Farm. That looks a bit run down. We're heading this way, back up to where I started. Catch you in a minute. Before I get back, there's a couple of things I want to say. One thing really. If you've recently subscribed to our channel and not been watching us from the start, or like quite far in, please stick with us, because we do longer trails, we do longer treks. It's just that this time of year and other commitments like work and things does get in the way of doing longer trails. So please stick with us, because we will be doing more interesting longer trails, longer treks. Hopefully chuck some history in there as well, because I do love my history, and if there's something to talk about historical, then I will put it in the content. So please stick with us. For those that have been subscribed through 2021, 22, 23, now into 24, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. It's much appreciated. Without you, this channel wouldn't exist. I know we've not got a lot of subscribers, more than I actually anticipated for 2023, so that's much appreciated for those that have subscribed. The new subscribers, same, thank you very much for joining the Keep Trekking team. It's much appreciated. I'm going to end the video here in a minute, so I'm nearly back. I'm literally can see my car from where I am. So thank you very much for watching. Keep trekking, trek on. Till next time, J-Art. Ta-da! Would be interesting to know if there were a castle though.